3 weeks ago, a woman in Ohio with zero writing experience landed her first freelance client. She charged $150 for a simple email sequence. The whole thing took her about an hour. What took the longest? Figuring out what to charge. ChatGPT helped with that too. If you've ever thought freelancing was for people with fancy degrees or big portfolios, what she did proves otherwise. And the exact process she used starts with one free tool you already have access to right now. Here's what stops most people before they even start. They think freelancing means being really, really good at something, like expert level good, and that's just not true anymore. And honestly, it was never the whole picture. What clients actually pay for is time and results. They're busy. They don't want to write their own Instagram captions or figure out how to word a professional email or put together a simple one-page website description. They want someone to handle it. That's it. And this is where free ChatGPT, the version that costs absolutely nothing, becomes your starting point. ChatGPT is an AI tool, meaning it's a computer program that can read, write, and respond in plain English. You type something in, it writes something back. Think of it less like a robot and more like a very fast, very patient writing assistant who never gets tired. The services beginners can actually sell right now include things like writing product descriptions for small businesses, drafting emails for local shops, creating social media posts for restaurants or salons, summarizing documents, or cleaning up rough notes into polished text. None of these require a degree. None require a portfolio. They require you to know how to talk to ChatGPT well enough to get a good result out of it, and then pass that result to someone who needed it. Actually, hang on. Talk to ChatGPT is doing a lot of work in that sentence. What does that actually mean? It means writing what's called a prompt, just the instruction you type into the chat box. That's the whole skill. The quality of what comes out depends almost entirely on how clearly you describe what you want going in. A bad prompt. Write a caption for a restaurant. A good prompt. Write 3 Instagram captions for a family-owned Italian restaurant in Nashville. Warm and casual tone. Each one should be under 150 characters and end with a call to action like reserve your table or come hungry. Same tool. Completely different output. The second one you could hand to a client today. Okay. So, people get weird about this part. They think they need samples, testimonials, a website, a brand. They don't. Not at the start. Your first client is almost always someone you already know or someone one step away from you. A friend who runs a small business. A cousin who just opened an Etsy shop. A neighbor who keeps mentioning they need help with their Facebook page. These people don't need a portfolio. They need someone they trust to just get the thing done. Go to Fiverr or Upwork, both free platforms where freelancers list services, and look at what other beginners are offering. Not to copy them, but to understand what's selling. You'll notice the listings that do well are specific. Not, I'll write content for you. More like, I'll write 5 product descriptions for your Shopify store, SEO-friendly, delivered in 24 hours. Specificity signals confidence. It makes a stranger trust you enough to click buy. Once you know what you want to offer, use ChatGPT to write your actual service listing. Type something like, write a Fiverr gig description for a freelancer offering Instagram caption writing for small businesses. The freelancer is new but reliable. Tone should be friendly and professional. Include what's delivered and a short CTA. ChatGPT will draft it. Edit it so it sounds like you. Post it. That's your portfolio. The listing itself shows you can write. And if you want a sample to include, have ChatGPT generate a fake but realistic example and list it as a writing sample. Every professional does this when starting out. And if this is the kind of thing you want more of, Stack Future drops one of these every week. One line, then back to work. Your first gig might be 25. That's fine. You're buying proof of concept, not a salary. The goal is to do it once, get a review, and raise your price from there. This is the part most tutorials skip, and it's the part that actually matters. ChatGPT is not magic. If you type something vague, you get something generic. Generic doesn't sell. What you want is output that sounds like it was written specifically for one person's business, because that's what clients think they're paying for. There's a simple structure that makes almost every prompt better. Think of it in 4 parts: role, context, task, format. Role means you tell ChatGPT who it's being. You are a professional copywriter specializing in small business marketing. That one sentence changes the whole tone of what comes back. Context is the background. Tell it about the business. What do they sell? Who are their customers? What's the vibe? The more specific you are here, the better. Task is what you actually want. Written. Be direct. Write a welcome email for new email subscribers. Don't make it guess. Format tells it how to present it. 3 short paragraphs, friendly tone, no emojis, end with a question to encourage replies. This is where amateurs leave money on the table. They forget to specify format and then spend 10 minutes editing something that could have come out right the first time. Let's put it together. Say a client runs a small candle business and wants a product description. Your prompt might look like, "You are a professional copywriter for small lifestyle brands. My client sells hand-poured soy candles made in small batches. Her customers are women aged 25-45 who care about natural ingredients and cozy home aesthetics. Write a product description for a fireside fall-scented candle. 3 sentences, warm and sensory language, end with a soft purchase nudge." That's not complicated, that's just being specific, and what comes back is something a client will genuinely want to put on their website, which, honestly, took me a minute to appreciate too. At first it feels like extra work, but once you do it a few times, it becomes second nature, and suddenly you're producing polished, client-ready work in under 5 minutes. The mistake most beginners make is treating each freelance job like a one-off. Do the work, get paid, done. But the smarter move, and it's not complicated, is thinking in packages and retainers right from the start. A retainer just means a client pays you a set amount every month for a set amount of work. Instead of charging someone $15 for one Instagram caption, you offer them 12 captions a month for $120. Same hourly effort, but now you've got recurring income and they've got one less thing to worry about. Use ChatGPT to help you build that offer. Seriously. Type, "Help me create a simple monthly social media package for small businesses. I can write Instagram and Facebook captions, suggest what to include in a basic, standard, and premium tier, and what to charge for each." It'll give you a starting framework. Adjust it to your comfort level and local market. Then pitch it. Here's where people underestimate themselves. Small businesses, the kind in your town, the ones you walk past every day. Many of them are still posting inconsistently or not at all. Not because they don't want to, because nobody's running their social media and they don't have time to figure it out. You can be the person who solves that problem for them. You walk in, show them 3 sample posts you made with ChatGPT in about 15 minutes, and offer to do it every month. That's a real pitch. That gets real results. You don't need to be a marketing expert. You need to understand their business well enough to give ChatGPT good context. And then you need to show up consistently. The consistency is actually the product. Most clients don't leave because the work is bad. They stay because it's reliable. Start with one client, one niche, one service. Get that working. Then expand. If there's one thing worth carrying out of this video, it's that the barrier to starting isn't skill. It's just starting. ChatGPT handles the heavy lifting on the writing side. Your job is knowing what the client needs and asking for it clearly. That combination, human context plus AI speed, is genuinely something people will pay for right now, this week, with no experience required. You're not behind. You're not underqualified. You just needed a clear path in. Tomorrow, we're going into something that takes this even further. How to use free ChatGPT to write content people will actually pay for, even if you've never written professionally in your life. That one is worth sticking around for.